What's up guys, my name's Jacob, and today I'm going to be listing every zombie boss from worst to best. It's all my opinion, so if you don't agree with it, tell me your opinion in the comments. But before we go into the list, in the last video, way back 2 weeks ago, I asked you guys, what are your first thoughts on Attack of the Radioactive Thing? I understand if you guys won't really care, but I want to get your guys' answers. I said your comments would get in the next video, so here we go. Here are your first thoughts on Attack of the Radioactive Thing. Possibly Robbie said, I didn't play it, but it looks better than Shaolin, so... And I agree with that. Shaolin was by far the worst map I've ever played in Zombies history, so I loved this map in comparison to the Shaolin. Killer Zed says, my thought was, bruh, wasn't Zombies supposed to be scary? And I completely understand this comment. It's true that Zombies has not been scary for a long time. I think the last scary map we got was Mob of the Dead. I know that Raven the Redwoods had a possibility of being scary, but I don't know if they ever said they're going for fear. So I think what they're trying to do is just trying to create a fun, wacky map, and I do think that they succeeded with this attempt. Buckeye Boy 88 said Extinction Clone, which is kind of funny because the next map, DLC 4, actually has a possibility of being another Extinction map. Thank you guys so much for the comments. That's my favorite part of making videos, is just reading the comments. But today, I'm going to be asking you guys, who's your favorite boss in any Zombies map, and why? Leave your comment, and you'll most likely be featured in the next video. To start the list, in 16th place, I will be putting the Jumping Jacks from Die Rise at the worst spot. These things are straight trash. Like, they just don't belong on Die Rise at all. I don't even dislike Die Rise. Die Rise is one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 2, other than, like, Origins maybe. But still, those things just ruin the map sometimes. You actually need a fully automatic gun. It's impossible to kill them with anything but that. One cool thing about it is you can get a free perk from it, but I've never gotten the free perk. Maybe it's because I'm trash. I don't know. To get the free perk, you need to, like, get through the entire round without getting hit once. I guess you could use a trample steam. Once again, I don't know how to do that. They come in my last place just because they're just so hard to kill and they don't fit in the map. They didn't fit in Moon either. They only fit in Kino for me. Coming in at the 15th spot are the Thrashers from Zetsubo no Shima. When you kill one Thrasher, they give out these fumes and they go to the zombies around them. And there's a chance that one of those zombies will become a Thrasher. And then when you kill that Thrasher, there's a chance that one of them zombies around them will become a Thrasher. So pretty much there's just infinitely spawning Thrashers. Bosses are supposed to be difficult, not annoying, especially bosses that can spawn at any time. This map is a very close quarters map, so it's very difficult to actually kill them without infecting zombies around them, considering that a lot of the zombies are packed together. So once again, I'm not saying that I don't like it because it's difficult. The reason I don't like them is just because they're just so annoying to fight. Coming in at 14th place is the Napalm Zombie on Shangri-La. Now, I understand that this is a fan favorite map right now, but the Napalm Zombie has many things that are bad about it. One is that when you get close to it, it blows up. And when it blows up, it leaves a bit of fire. And if a zombie steps on the fire, it dies, which means that it will kill off your final zombie. Another issue is that it walks extremely slow. So when you're trying to do the Easter egg, if you go too close to it, it'll blow up. And if you walk too fast, it'll just walk away from you because it goes so unbelievably slow. One final issue with the Napalm Zombie, it's how often it spawns, because it has a 50-50 chance of spawning every round. It'll either be a Napalm Zombie or a Shrieker Zombie, which is a bit further up on the list. Now that I'm done ranting about the Napalm Zombies, we're going to go to number 13 on the list, which is the Witches from Buried. Unlike the Jumping Jacks, I do think that these things fit in the map very well, and I think they're kind of cool looking, and I like the noises that they make, but the one main issue with them is that they're on your way to Pack-a-Punch. So when you go through the house, they take points from you every single time they hit you. And the Paralyzer, the Wonder Weapon, does not work very well. The Ray Gun doesn't work very well. So pretty much you're 100% going to lose your points when you go through this house. The one cool thing about them is that they give you a free perk at the end, which is very, very handy. But still, they're annoying and I don't really know why they're there. Coming in at the 12th spot is the Spaceman on Moon. Now, this thing isn't very hard to kill, and it's not that bad. What the Spaceman does is he grabs you and steals your perks. You can hit him when you're with it, or you could shoot him, which is kind of making it easier. He teleports you right when he's done, and you're almost about to die, when you are teleported. So I don't know. I don't see the point in him. I understand that you're on the moon, so it's cool to have a spaceman walking around. But just the fact that he always spawns in, you can't actually get rid of him. He just spawns in the next round. I'm not a big fan of him, and I think the map would be better without him. Coming in oddly enough at number 11 is the Avogadro from Transit. And of course everyone loves to hate on Transit because it's just a joke of a map, I guess. The Avogadro I think fits in the map. I like that it has something to do with Broken Arrow and their electricity testing, and also there's one other thing, something about weather, changing the weather. There's not much to him, so that's why he's a little bit low on the list, but I didn't want to put him at the bottom just because it didn't seem right. He's not that bad of a boss, he's not that annoying, he spawns in pretty late in the rounds, so there's not much to worry about in the early rounds. He's not good, he's not bad, he's just there, and it's Transit, who really plays that map anyway. Coming in at the 10th spot is the Pentagon Thief, and the reason that he's not super low on the list is because you can choose when you want him to spawn. He spawns in once you turn power on, and if it's, a high enough round. So what I do is I wait until I have enough points to pack a punch my pistol, and then I turn power on so that I have the Mustang and Sally's to kill him. It's a great way to just get him killed instantly and then get a bonfire sale, which is exclusive to 5, and I really do think they should bring it back. The only reason I didn't put it higher was just because I know a lot of people hate 5, and the Pentagon Thief is a big reason why they usually hate it. So, I think it's good to go right in the middle, right where everyone kind of likes it, kind of doesn't like it. I don't know. He's just there. I like how he fits into the story, though. I believe he's Yuri from Ascension. You get learned that in the zombie storyline. Like I said, kind of a middle guy. Some people hate him, some people love him. I love him, but I understand why you could hate him. Now in the 9th spot, back with another Shangri-La boss, I'm going to put the Shriekers there. The Shriekers aren't as bad as the Napalm Zombie, in my opinion, just because, yeah, they're annoying, they scream in your face, and they slow you down, or whatever they do, but they're really, really easy to kill, and I've never died because of a Shrieker. Also, they're not needed for the Easter egg, and like when you get too close to them, they don't blow up. All these things, they're just better than the Napalm Zombie, and I know I'm supposed to be comparing them to all bosses, and yeah, I think they're better than everyone that I've listed so far, just because they're just, like, almost not even there. When you just kill them like any other zombie, pretty much. They're not that bad. Coming in the 8th spot, rest in peace, George Romero on Call of the Dead. And the thing about George is, he's either a love or a hate. When you're playing solo, he has not that much health. He still has enough health that you're going to need to unload, like, almost all your ammo from your scavenger into him if you want to kill him. But when you're playing co-op, it is just the worst. When you play co-op, or like let's just say you're playing 4-player co-op, it multiplies his health by 4. I really like him though. I think it makes Call of the Dead a little bit more fun, just because if it wasn't, it would just be a basic map, just like Kino. I also love how he fits into the map, how he's, the director of the movie Call of the Dead, so that's why I put him so high on the list. But now, coming in the 7th spot is going to have to go to the Panzer on Origins. And yes, I am going to divide the two Panzers, because the Panzer on Origins was annoying, like, very. And I was thinking about putting him a lot lower, but I knew that people would get angry, so I moved it up a little bit. With the whole thing, how he has the claw, and he's just so fast in the mud when you're slow, it is so frustrating to kill this guy. I understand that, like, you have to shoot his mask off, and then there might be some place in his gut that you could shoot or something like that. All I know is he's very, very difficult and just annoying. Coming in at 6th place will be the monkeys that you'll find on Ascension, and the reason that they're so high up on my list is because Ascension is very easy. Everyone knows that. It's by far the easiest map on Black Ops 1. If we didn't have the monkeys, it would just not be fun. Maps that are too easy can get very, very boring and don't have a lot of replayability, but because of the monkeys, it makes it a little bit harder to get high rounds, considering they'll take your perks if you don't go after them, and it also makes you feel like you don't want to get certain perks if they're too far away, so maybe you might not get speed cola or stamina because of how far away they are from essential perks like Widow's Wine and Jug. I feel like they add a lot of challenge to the map, and once again, if they weren't there, the map would be a lot worse. Coming in at the 5th spot is going to be the Mangler from Avogadro. There are multiple reasons why I love this. One of them is just the look of it with the star on the helmet. I love that part about it. Not just that, but it's very balanced when it comes to the damage and health that it has. It can do a ton of damage to you. If you don't have Jug, it's pretty much an instant down when it shoots you with its arm cannon thing, but it's very, very easy to kill, especially when you go for headshots. The only issue that I have with it is that multiple Manglers can spawn at one time, which can be pretty frustrating sometimes, and I don't love it in the Easter egg, but once again, this isn't about the Easter egg, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. Just the fact that you have to get it through the entire map without it dying, just like the Napalm Zombie, and that nobody ever has fun with those. It's just like an escort mission. It's just not fun. Coming in 4th place is going to be the Warden from Mob of the Dead. This one definitely fits in the most into its map because the Warden is the Warden that you see in the intro to Mob of the Dead, and when he's killed, he comes back, and I don't know, he's kind of like the devil or something like, or he's demonic at least, and he runs around and he gets the guys, and it's perfect. He sounds very, very scary, and he's just awesome. He has no projectiles or anything, which is something that you're not supposed to have in zombies. I don't like projectiles. I think it just ruins the game. So that's why, I don't like the hook in Origins. They bring him back into a lot of custom maps that I've played. Like there's this custom map, World War II Zombies, that I play, and it's perfect. He fits in very well into the map, and he just belongs there. Coming in the 3rd spot, another controversial one, is going to be the Marqua from Shadows of Evil and Revelations. The reason I love this one so much, not just because I love Shadows of Evil, but also because I really think it was creative to have the 3-head system. And yes, before the patch, this guy was very, very annoying and difficult to kill, and he would definitely be way lower on my list if it wasn't for the patch that made it so that the heads open up 2 at a time. I think it looks great. It fits with all the HP Lovecraft and all that stuff from Shadows of Evil. I'm not too big of a fan of it on Revelations just because of the fact that I don't know how it would really fit in. But, I mean, everything's so apothecant on that map, and I love how they look with the elemental upgrades and stuff like that. The whole 3-head system, I just feel like, was a great idea. It's very different from just, having to aim for the head on every boss you ever go against. This one, you have to aim for one of the 3 heads that are open, and I don't think it's too powerful. Pretty much that's it. That's why I would put him at 3rd spot. Now in the 2nd spot, a very, very big fan favorite is the Panzer on Der Eisen, and the reason the Der Eisen Panzer is so high on the list. Okay, so 1, of course, it fits into the map perfectly. It goes along with the snow, goes with the whole Groff thing and all the Group 935, it fits. The second thing is there's none of that stupid hook stuff that you have with the Origins Panzer. Finally, I love all the things that you can do with the Panzer on the map. Not only can you trap him in the death ray at the top of Der Eisen, but you can also use these parts around the map to kill him, and when you kill him with all the parts, you get a Panzer helmet, which is really awesome, a nice Easter egg, and it all goes with the Panzer. I also love that they added that thing in his chest, where if you shoot it, it does a lot of damage to him, just like shooting him in the head. Finally, I just feel like all the bow upgrades, how they interact with the Panzer, like the storm bow, how it picks him up, I just feel like all those things together make for a really, really good boss, very fun to go against, and when you see him, you do get scared, but not because he's going to be annoying, because he's actually difficult, and it's just a great experience to go against the Panzer on Der Eisen, as, compared to the Origins Panzer, which isn't that fun, kind of annoying. Coming in at the number 1 spot is the Hellhounds on so many maps, too many maps to count. They're so iconic with the Zombies series. They're extremely scary on the earlier maps. They're the only things that make you actually want to stop playing because they're so scary. The noises that they make and the noises you hear before a round starts and it gets all smoky, and these are definitely the most intense rounds, especially on like the older games where you actually have a chance of dying just on round 5 because the dogs are so hard to kill and they're so fast. Obviously, people that have been playing for a really long time aren't scared of them, but just the fact that They're the first ones that we've gotten. They work well with the story, considering it's Samantha's dog, Fluffy, mixed with Element 115 or whatever that's all about. Like I said, it's iconic with the series, and that's pretty much it. If you liked the list, leave a like. If you disagreed, make sure to tell me what's your favorite boss in all of Zombies. You can disagree, I'm fine with it. Just what is your favorite boss? Tell me, and your comment will most likely get featured in the next video. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.